guys, Fishing Wisconsin 2012 here today. I'm here with your Wisconsin guide to swimbait fishing. I finally got the proper equipment, but I've still been fishing swimbaits on mediocre equipment, or I shouldn't say mediocre, it's just not proper equipment to be fishing them on. And I've learned a lot, and I'm bringing my knowledge to you. From my knowledge, I basically use 3 different types of swimbaits. You're going to have your hard body swimbaits. This one in particular, a Spro BBZ1 in the herring color. This is a 6-inch floater. What I prefer to use hard baits for, it's just like a topwater crankbait. That's all you want to do. This is basically just a mega wake bait. I love fishing this topwater. It gets you a lot of big bites as well as quality bites. You get a good quantity of them is what I'm trying to say. You're going to be able to catch your good 2-pounders and stuff on this one. So if you're trying to stick those kicker fish in the morning, if you do get a quick limit on a spook, I usually pull this out and fish it. Then we've got our Osprey style swim baits. What that means is they've just got the big frayed out boot tail. This is an Osprey Top Talon tournament series. This is the 6-inch in TS gill color. These are basically for when the fish are way more active than they are in like the early spring. I fish these from late spring all the way into fall, and then that's when I start switching back over to the next bait in the series. But these are good deep water, shallow water, burning them deep. I like actually burning these shallow, close to the surface, almost like a subsurface bait. Pick you up a lot of good big bites. The smallest bass that'll hit this is probably about a 2.5 pounder, and they can really swallow this thing. I've seen it firsthand. Then we're going to come to the final size swim bait, which is your more natural style swim baits. As you can see, that tail is like a wedge. It's just like a wedge of plastic, and it does not get a lot of water displacement. What this tail does, and what it's really good at, is just waddling back and forth like so. And the body barely moves. And what this is good for is like your really late fall, early winter situations. I had one of these in early December when I was fishing Muskego Lake, and these were really killing it. Just slow rolling them too as well. This is just a great little bait here. 5.5 inches, so 2-pounders could probably eat this easily. This is the light hitch color. Just a great all-around bait. I'll give you another size up versus my hand there. I do have kind of big hands, but still great small sized bait. Catches you a lot of big bites. Now we're going to talk about equipment to fish these on. When fishing swim baits, especially in Wisconsin, it's very important to have the proper equipment. I cannot stress that enough. I've struggled through 2 complete seasons just struggling with my equipment, fighting it because it's not being able to cast this stuff very well. But finally, I've got it. A Dio Alexa 300 on an Eris Micropulse 7.6 extra heavy. This rod handles up to 3.5 ounce baits. So it's just really good. It is the Micro Guide edition. I do fish braid on it. It doesn't really affect it that much. You just get a little more noise, but that's fine. On here I got another Osprey dink. This is the Chartreuse Shad. And what I'm doing with this combo is just basically swim baiting. That's the only thing this combo's for. It will never be for frogging. It will never be for flipping. This is a strict swim bait combo. And this big reel allows you to easily cast big baits far. With a small reel, the spool spins really fast, and that can really incur damage on your reel. This, with the big spool on it, slows down the spool to about half the speed that you'd be casting with a very small reel, and it's able to get those swim baits out there far, but effectively and easily. This Dio Alexa is in the 7:1 gear ratio. It allows me to burn baits as well as just really slow down and slow roll them. Got a big power handle on here, especially when you set the hook on a big fish. Got a good drag system. Smooth, you don't want choppy drag. that's basically it for the how to fish swim baits in Wisconsin. I'm not an expert on any other states, but this is just from my knowledge fishing these baits in my home state. What I've really learned is stuff like, cast control, fishing them slow, and stuff like that. So if you have any suggestions for any other videos, just put it in the comments below or send me a personal message. This has been Fishing Wisconsin 2012, and I will see you later.